Here we go!
We're feeling very gay because it's almost time to play. Grab your favorite chair with the Lucky Pierres. Yeah!
Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Lucky Pierres. Tonight we got another review for you. This is a documentary from 2014. It's called The Barkley Marathons, the race that eats its young. All right, guys, the Barkley Marathons. What did you guys think?
I don't know how you do that and remember what year everything comes out in.
I'd write it down.
Oh, okay.
What did you guys think of that movie?
Not really a movie, but documentary-wise, it's good. It's highly entertaining.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it?
I like it a lot.
It's like, because it's so unknown. You know, it was
To us, but
Yeah.
it seems like some people definitely know about it.
Well, now
Well, so I said
it's like an 8-year-old movie, though. You know.
I know he'd say the same thing about me, but how does Ben find these things that he's super into?
Well, no. First, our oldest brother Russ, he watches Real Sports.
Oh, so he saw that segment?
He knows I like running, so he said, "Watch this on the Barkley Marathons." It's
And
the
then
crazy.
you went down the rabbit hole.
And then I went down the rabbit hole. And there's another one. It's called Where Dreams Go to Die. Right?
I like this one much more.
Barkley Marathons. I did too. Yeah, but that one's good too. But yeah, so basically the plot of it is here. I got some notes here. So it's a documentary about the toughest race on Earth that only 10 people have completed in its first 25 years. I think now it's 15 or more.
15,
Yeah,
you
15.
said.
Yeah, and like it takes place in Tennessee, and it's run by like one dude who organizes it, and two people created it, but like one dude organizes it and puts it all together, and his name's Lazarus Lake, and he's like, he's very charismatic, and like everything he says is just so I think is so funny.
Yeah, he's a super dry sense of humor, and he loves people are getting tortured during his race. He loves
Yeah,
it.
he loves it. He's so what's sadomasochistic?
Yeah.
He's so thing is though, it's like so original. It's a completely unknown event because nobody had heard about it prior to the 2014. I mean, besides the runners, like that it just gets out through word of mouth and whatnot.
Yeah, what was the first year they did it?
86 or something.
86,
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
it's
they
been
said.
going for a long time. People always know about it.
Yeah.
Like, the public didn't know about
Well, yeah,
it.
that was
The
the first
public
thing I
didn't know.
wrote. I was like, if it's so secret, how does anybody do it? And then he even said, he's like, I guess it's not a good secret because we have hundreds of new people every year signing up.
That's
Right.
not a lot for a race that's been around for a
Well, yeah, I
freaking,
understand, but, like-
a long time though. It
It's
just gets out
so
through
weird
word of
to me.
mouth.
Yeah, it's so weird. Just the whole
And now it's not just word of mouth because it's a bunch of videos on it and stuff. So
they've been doing lots of promo work for something that they don't want to promote.
But like, it's good because I don't think it'd be as good if it wasn't for Lazarus Lake. That guy's just so funny, and I like how they just incorporate him every like 5 minutes
Oh,
or
yeah,
so.
they have
to. Yeah.
And he like his reactions
Because
to
otherwise,
the
it's
runners
just
and
videos
stuff.
of people
Right.
being punished while running. Like,
Yeah, so it's 100+ mile race through the woods of Tennessee.
They question it all like throughout the thing. They're like, "There's no way it's less than 130 miles."
No, because the last the end of the third loop is like 77 miles, and there's 2 loops left.
Yeah, and they're like, so he's like
Yeah,
130 in minimum.
roughly 100. He says 100, but it's definitely like 125.
Yeah, they said it's
110, 15 maybe.
Plus uphill and
It's climbing 2 Everests is the
Yeah.
equivalent. That's crazy.
Because there's so much elevation change up and down.
And then there's no real starting time, so you can't prep for that. It's gonna the starting is when he lights the cigarette, and it could be within a 12-hour window.
he
it
blows
could be
the conch shell.
It could be anywhere from I think it's midnight to noon, and he that's it. He blows a conch
And
shell.
then you're not
can't-
allowed to start the race until he starts a cigarette.
It used to be a cigarette, yeah.
No, he still does.
Oh, the
like he
cigarette.
blows the conch to let you know. Like,
Oh, yeah, it's
and
coming.
But then you
And-
can't start. You get to the starting line and you
Then
can't
he
go
starts.
until he smokes a cigarette.
So funny.
There's no way people can really prep for it. They gotta stay awake for 12 hours. Like, this sucks.
They have to bring like family members. That's what
That's
most of them do.
I said in there. Like I was like, my luck, I would miss that. Like I'd prep for this race for years, and then I would just miss the conch shell and just not even start the race.
Yeah, he slept through it.
Yeah, because you have a time limit to finish the race too, so that's a big part of it.
I think they have 60 hours?
Yeah.
60 hours to complete 100+ miles through insane terrain.
It sounds like a lot, but
Yeah, 100 miles. I mean, that's crazy, you know, like
it's ridiculous.
And like one of the dudes that finished, I think he slept 1 hour in 60 hours, which is like if you ever stayed up 48 hours, if you stay up 24, you feel it. If you stay up 48, that's craziness. You start losing it a bit. This guy stayed up.
I did. I went out of state in a car with your brother when I had stayed awake for 48 hours.
Did you?
Ask him how I was.
How was Shaw, Joe?
Pretty loony.
I was hallucinating at the MMA event.
You're already loony.
I was hallucinating 100% at the MMA event.
I think he was playing like TV sitcom soundtrack all the way there, like controlling the radio, and then he fell asleep.
Soundtrack.
And we're just stuck with it on. We're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, it feels like probably like you're high or something.
It was something.
I just like everything about the race. How he has like book pages for markers.
Checkpoints, yeah.
So you have to get a book page. So there's no way to cheat, really.
Very
So,
creative.
Yeah.
Right. And then like the terrain is just crazy.
Yeah, like that. And
So
the
many-
elements, like if it's raining or snowing, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You still got to do it.
He said it was freezing when he did it back in '86. He said it was insanely cold.
Which that was a funny thing to me though, because watching both documentaries and then that Real Sports segment or whatever, they bring up the weather a lot, but when they do this documentary, there wasn't like any crazy weather.
No.
So they're just like, there's gonna be fog and it's gonna snow, and like the whole race was just like normal.
They said one or two times that it was hot.
Yeah.
But that's it.
But it was just funny to me, like they raved about how crazy and different the weather is, and it was just like normal.
Well, I guess some years are different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
probably why they had probably 3 finishers, the most finishers ever.
because it was normal. Yeah.
It's still brutal, but
Oh yeah.
One dude to this date has finished 3 times. One dude. That's the most. That's crazy.
If you want to do it, can't you just show up and do it on your own? I mean,
You
if
could.
all you care about is doing the 100 miles.
I don't know if you're allowed to. I don't know if they'd let you. You know what I mean? You could just.
What are
Like,
they going to stop you? Lazarus going to shoot you?
yeah,
He's
who's
gonna
going
snipe
to
you?
stop you?
no, they might let you like line up like like a block away. You know, you can line up over there. You're not a part of this, but
No, I don't even mean during the race. Like you could show up and do it whenever you want.
anytime, yeah. But like, do you know if you're doing it right? You know, and like, is everything going to be?
I
as
think the whole thing is the appeal of like Lazarus and
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah,
touching the gate and all that stuff.
and the pages,
Yeah.
everything like that. And then like
We'll go put books out there for you. Man.
under the going under the prison.
This seems risky.
But like a few of the I wrote pros and cons. I'm gonna start doing that now. So I think more history about it would have helped it, and or Lazarus. You know, more history
and
about Lazarus or the race itself.
Some of the things like because he was like, I want to know how many hours went into this race or whatever. If anybody knows, dude, it's you. Like you made it, and you literally track all your own running with that huge fucking map.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Do the math, and you know how many hours went into it.
Oh, well, did he say that?
Yeah, like he was like said something about like, I wish I knew how many hours went into this, and I was like, just figure it out. You're the only one. Like nobody else can figure it out.
I think he said he changes it up a little bit
Oh, he
every
does,
year,
yeah.
so like he wouldn't know because he's already a maniac, so he's not going to be able to keep track of that.
Yeah. He says he doesn't know the exact distance.
Yeah.
So
he's probably said like 3 people finished. He's probably like, well, I got to make it harder. Like, that can't happen.
Oh yeah, it
anymore.
does. And then like and not in the one we watched, but the other one that he did switch, like the order of the loops. So like you had to go and then the opposite way.
Yeah, yeah.
And
clockwise
then
or
the same way.
counterclockwise, yeah.
Like he changed the order of it, and they're like, he's never done this before. What's happening?
But I found it interesting. 24 hours into the race, 63% of the racers had quit or failed. You know,
And those are like I guess professional runners.
Elite
if you
runners.
could be a professional
elite
runner,
runners, yeah, ultra marathoners.
Yeah.
Those are great. Ultra marathons are like 100 miles plus. That's
So they probably go there like, oh, I can do this for sure. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, hit 1 Mount Everest, and they're like, F this. Like,
of this, yeah. 15 remained after 24 hours. And then the trumpet, man, the trumpet is so good. The trumpet sounds a runner's failure or like
Taps.
tapping out, you know. But man, the guy that blows it, it's so funny. And then their reactions, one dude cried and like, you know, it's
he's
so
probably just crying from the running into defeat.
Yeah. It's
Then
so
he has like in his
demeaning.
face with a trumpet. Like, I would punch that dude in the face.
It's so demeaning.
The other guy's name is Raw Dog, who made it.
Yeah.
Raw Dog and Lazarus Lake. Those are the names of people I want to trust my life with.
Yeah, I know. Oh man. That path is gnarly.
And then when they
though.
start introducing like the runners to you in this, and I was like, the guy's like a physicist,
Yeah.
and his goal is like he wants to beat the record or whatever, but he doesn't exactly know what the record is. And I was like, if it's your goal, you should probably know what you have to beat.
Is he the one that beat it?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
They focus on him a lot. I think in the beginning of it, he's like that super skinny guy who's like he's just like, yeah, I'm a physicist and blah blah blah.
The guy who's done it before?
Maybe not the guy that beat it.
Oh, not the guy that got the record?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one dude beat the record by 3 hours.
Yeah, he was possessed.
That's crazy. Slept, I think, 1 hour, and then one dude finished it with 18 minutes left. The latest anyone's ever finished it.
I love that those two guys were working together the whole time, and then like on the last loop, he made them go opposite directions to race.
That's so crazy.
To make sure they race each other. And
Yeah.
there was like competition.
That's so insane. There's so like he knows what he's doing, you know.
Well, I like the genius part of it is he charges you $1.60 to apply for the race.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's my retirement plan. Nobody gets their $1.60 back. And it's like, it's $1.60, bud. Like, I think they're okay with losing $1.60.
Oh, it's like $1.60 in like a flannel shirt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no,
flannel
he
shirt.
changes it every year.
Yeah.
So it's $1.60 just to apply. So
Yeah.
everybody that applies, he gets $1.60. That's his
Right.
retirement fund.
And then he said,
But then he charges them whatever he needs. He's like, so look, 1 year it was socks, so I got enough socks.
Yeah.
So then it was white dress shirts, and then this year I'm doing flannel shirts, and like just whatever he wants. He's like, that's what you got to pay me.
he's
to do
so
the
great. I
race.
love that guy. I love
And then
him.
the first time you do it, you have to bring him a license plate from your home state or country.
He hangs them all up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And it's got people from all over the country coming to it now, like England, all
In
over.
other countries, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's
The
what,
dude from
that's what I
Belgium
meant to
did
say.
it a
Yeah.
bunch of times.
Belgium, yeah. But you know what's crazy is that one dude looked like he was on death's doorstep. I think it was loop 4 or 5, and his feet are a mess, and he says he just needs to muscle through it for 12 more hours. 12 more hours.
He seriously looked like he was gonna die.
He
He
did.
was like popping pus on his feet.
Oh, yeah.
And he looked just like gaunt and like
Yeah.
pale. And then another thing, I laughed out loud so hard when he said, he goes, it's hard to believe it's already Sunday. And his buddy said, it's Monday.
I wrote that
Maybe
too.
I should take a nap.
I wrote that too. But then, like,
That's so great.
while I was watching it, I
Rubbing
texted
it in.
I texted, I think both of you, and I was like, the funniest part to me would be like, if they don't get permits to hold this race, and like the cops showed up, like, Laz, you can't do this every year, having 600 people running through the state park, and like, so like, because you know there's no way they're above board, like there's no way they're
There's
like
no way.
They said
paying
they-
for
No,
permits
there's
and
no
stuff.
way, dude. Because like,
Yeah.
if someone could die out
Yeah.
there, if,
Oh,
I'm
you
just
think they
waiting
have
for
like
it
a
to
rescue
happen.
chopper or something? No, Laz ain't
No
flying
way.
out there. Like,
I guarantee you, one of the times someone's gonna die, and he's gonna be like, "That's the end of that."
And then, but then he was like, no altimeters, like, so they can't tell what elevation they're at, which is such a weird rule. Like, they're not. And then he was like, we try to put out water drops most years.
Yeah.
It's like, most.
And they just put
Like, you can't even
they
manage
just put,
every-
They just put jugs of water just in the grass
You
in
just
the
can't
woods.
manage to do that every year. Like, some years I might forget.
And then sometimes he says it's so cold that they're just ice blocks.
I like that they pick one dude every year that they know is not
Yeah.
going to finish. So, like, the one guy got lost, and he made it 2 miles in, like, 20 hours, and he's lost in the woods.
He picks one guy out of all the applications. Yeah,
This guy's going to fail for sure.
that's so good. But yeah, like I just like that. It's like I don't know. It just shows like what like the limits of what people can do. You know, it's pretty cool. You know, it's like
Well, yeah, and the
insane.
camaraderie between all of them is pretty cool.
it is. Yeah,
It's like rooting for each other.
They're all competing for sure, but like they're all rooting for each other as
Except for
well.
Laz, he wants them all to fail.
Yeah, but like overall, just a really good documentary, interesting, and it just keeps you engaged throughout. I mean, even though there are only so many like, I'll use the term you guys don't like again, like dramatic beats. There are only so many dramatic beats you can have, like showing people racing. You know what I mean? Throughout, but it's still a good documentary.
Yeah, but it's something you would never know about unless you
Exactly.
watch this, like,
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I've read that people that don't run find it interesting
Yeah.
just to watch it. You know, it's like
I think one of the best lines in the whole thing is Lazarus says, I think most people would be better off with more pain. No, it's not Lazarus. It's one of the runners.
yeah.
He was like, I think most people would be better off with more pain in their lives, honestly.
That's the guy that has finished 3
Yeah.
times.
And then he just keeps elaborating, and he's like, just kept talking about how much better people are if they just
That guy's
go
awesome.
into their pain.
That guy's awesome.
suffer a little
And
bit.
then was that Brett who said that?
I think it was the other one. I forget his
Brett
name.
is the one who had like his wife there and his friend like there to help him the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think
And
that was Brett.
Well, I just wrote because I know Brett, and I was like, those ladies harassing Brett would annoy me to no end.
Oh yeah.
Because they're just like, did you eat? Did you? And I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, you're here to help me, not annoy me.
You're killing my mental
like
game
in
right
that
now.
other documentary, like, did you watch the other one or no? Like in that one, he has his wife and his best friend like there with him all the time, and like he's straight up a dick. But they're just like cool with it because they realize. And he's like, listen, he's like, I want this done, this done, this done, and this done. If you're here to help me, like get these things done by this time.
It's very
and they just run
organized.
around and do it. Whereas like the ladies in this one were just like, I was like, I'd be like when he's coming to the finish line or leaving, they're like walking next to him and just chirping him, and I'd be like, oh my god,
Leave me be. I'm 70 miles in.
I'd be like, I'm gonna get
That's why he wants to get out of base camp so fast.
I'm gonna get a deaf mute person to help me from now on.
I'd rather go die in the woods than listen to you talk anymore.
That'd be one of the
Brett's
hardest
one-
parts. Is like,
Brett's the one who smashed the record.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
like once you get to base camp,
right.
like forcing yourself to go back out because you get there and it's all comfortable and you have food and stuff, and you're like, I don't want to go back.
And the
out.
urge to sleep after what 48 hours is like, my god. I mean,
After the fourth loop, can you imagine like, well, I just got to do 12 more hours. So we're
oh
good.
my god. Imagine that. Imagine that willpower. You know, it's so crazy. I'd love to try it one day. You know, I'm a runner, but I would need like 3 years preparation.
Well, you wouldn't have to go with the 5. You could just see how much you could do and be like, okay, well,
yeah, they say the fun run is 3 loops, and that's 60 plus
Which is
miles.
still insane.
Yes,
Yeah, insane.
That's insane.
But when that guy finished, when Brett finished or whatever, I said, that was the saddest, that was fun I've ever
I know.
Because they're like,
That
how
was
was it?
fun.
He's like, that was fun. Like,
Just so much pain behind it. But you guys want to get to ratings?
sure. But then the last thing I wrote was that they, at the very end of the documentary, they asked Lazarus, like, have you ever done it? And he's like, no. And I died laughing because he was like, no, I was just young and cocky. I thought I could do it. Because they're like, in the beginning of our interview, didn't you say, like, you made the race because when James Earl Ray got caught, you were like, I could do at least 100 miles in these woods. And he goes, yeah, I was young. I was in better shape. It's no big deal. And like, isn't even phased that he's never completed it or even gotten close.
No, he did do it the inaugural year.
Well, he tried it, but he didn't
86,
finish.
and he said he failed miserably.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get to ratings. What did you guys give it?
I gave it an 8. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super good.
I gave it an 8.5.
I also gave it an 8. Very good. Very good. Like I said, there's only so good it could be with watching people run the whole time.
Without him, it's nothing.
It's probably like a 6 or even less, you know, but like
I just love the whole idea of it. It's fascinating to me.
it is. It's
That whole idea.
It's so just ragtag and like I just love how ragtag it
There's
is.
some order, but not much. So like
This
just
much.
enough order to keep it like in
a thing.
check. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And I really like finding out about like anything you could be into. There's like a weird subculture for.
Yeah.
And, like that's obviously like the weirdest subculture of runners.
Right.
It's
It's
like
like the people that know about and care about this race.
I love it because it's just so like just makeshift, just kind of like DIY. I love that. It's just a great
Let's start our own.
great
Like,
aspect.
there's no reward for it. It's just completing it for yourself.
Pride.
That's the best part about
pride.
Let's start our own.
Let's do it. Yeah. No, but final verdict. What do you guys think? See it ASAP. See it whenever, or skip it.
it. I would say whenever, probably.
I would say ASAP.
Yeah, see it ASAP. You could watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's free and
Yeah,
it's just
true.
it's fascinating.
Quick
you know?
watch.
So, all right, guys, we got the quote game. I got a quote for these boys, and they got to guess it. Guys, here we go. I don't know the tone in which he says this, but I'm gonna go. I think I know the tone. I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really: get busy living or get busy dying.
I know I've heard it, but I don't know it.
You've definitely heard it multiple times. And I believe it's one of your favorite movies.
It's pretty bold.
I think it is.
It's gonna pain me.
When I say it.
Right? Right. The Predator?
No.
Shame.
I don't know.
You can take a guess.
I think it's not an action movie like that.
Christmas Vacation.
Is it Matthew McConaughey?
No.
That's all I have in my head for some reason.
That's.
I'll give you
very
5
strange.
more seconds.
I have no idea.
Put it or 2.
Shawshank Redemption.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Well,
God
Shane.
damn it, I did.
That's a point for me, baby. And all right, guys, that's our review for the Barkley Marathons. Check that one out on YouTube. Thank you for watching. We love you guys, and we'll see you very, very soon.